In this video, we will take a look at 5 of these artifacts that have vanished without a trace. Artifact 1, the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is an ancient artifact that is believed to have been constructed during the time of Moses, around 3,000 years ago. It is a gold-covered chest that contains the 2 stone tablets on which the 10 Commandments were written. The Ark of the Covenant was considered to be one of the most sacred artifacts in Jewish history, as it represented the presence of God among the people of Israel. It was believed to have immense power and to be a symbol of God's covenant with His people. According to the Bible, the Ark of the Covenant was kept in the Holy of Holies, the innermost chamber of the Temple in Jerusalem. It was guarded by a select group of priests and was only allowed to be viewed by the high priest once a year on the Day of Atonement. However, the Ark of the Covenant disappeared without a trace in 587 BC, when the Babylonians conquered Jerusalem and destroyed the Temple. There have been many theories about what may have happened to it, but none of them have been proven. Artifact 2, the Library of Alexandria. The Library of Alexandria was one of the largest and most important libraries of the ancient world, located in the Egyptian city of Alexandria. It was founded in the 3rd century BC by Ptolemy I, one of the generals of Alexander the Great. The Library of Alexandria was not just a collection of books, but a vast center of learning that attracted scholars and intellectuals from all over the Mediterranean world. It was said to have contained over 500,000 books and manuscripts, covering a wide range of subjects from philosophy and mathematics to astronomy and medicine. In addition to its vast collection of books, the Library of Alexandria also had lecture halls, gardens, and a museum that housed rare and exotic animals from around the world. Unfortunately, the Library of Alexandria was destroyed during the Roman conquest of Egypt in 30 BC. It is believed that much of its collection was lost forever, as many of the books were made from papyrus, a fragile material that did not survive the passage of time. Despite its destruction, the Library of Alexandria continues to be remembered as a symbol of learning and knowledge, and its legacy has inspired generations of scholars and intellectuals. In modern times, there have been efforts to recreate the library, and a new Library of Alexandria was built in the city in 2002. Artifact 3, the Scepter of Ozymandias. The Scepter of Ozymandias is an ancient Egyptian artifact that was believed to have been wielded by the pharaoh Ozymandias, also known as Ramses II, who ruled Egypt from 1279 BC to 1213 BC. The scepter was said to possess magical powers and was a symbol of the pharaoh's authority and divine right to rule. The exact appearance of the Scepter of Ozymandias is not known, as no physical remains of the scepter have been found. However, it is believed to have been made of gold and to have been adorned with precious stones and elaborate designs. The Scepter of Ozymandias disappeared from historical records sometime in the 4th century BC and its whereabouts are unknown. It is possible that the scepter was lost or destroyed, or that it was hidden away in a secret location. The story of the Scepter of Ozymandias has been immortalized in the poem Ozymandias by Percy Bysshe Shelley, which describes a ruined statue of the pharaoh and the inscription on its pedestal, which reads, "My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings, look on my works, ye mighty, and despair." While the Scepter of Ozymandias may never be found, its legacy lives on in the stories and legends that have been passed down through the ages, and in the enduring fascination with the ancient world and its mysteries. Artifact 4, the Colossus of Rhodes. The Colossus of Rhodes was a massive bronze statue of the Greek god Helios, which stood at the entrance of the harbor of Rhodes, a Greek island in the Mediterranean Sea. The statue was built between 292 and 280 BC and was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. The Colossus of Rhodes was designed by the sculptor Caries of Lindos and stood over 33 meters, 110 feet, tall, making it one of the largest statues in the ancient world. It was constructed using bronze plates that were affixed to an iron framework, and it was filled with stone and other materials to give it stability. The Colossus of Rhodes stood at the entrance of the harbor for only 56 years before it was destroyed in an earthquake in 226 BCE. The statue was so massive that it lay on the ground for centuries before it was finally dismantled and sold for scrap metal in the 7th century CE. Despite its short lifespan, the Colossus of Rhodes remains one of the most iconic symbols of ancient Greece and its culture. The statue has inspired numerous works of art, literature, and film, and its legacy continues to fascinate people around the world. Today, there are even efforts to rebuild the Colossus of Rhodes, using modern technology and materials to recreate the ancient wonder. Artifact 5, the Crown Jewels of Ireland. The Crown Jewels of Ireland were a collection of precious jewels and ceremonial objects that were used in the coronation of the kings and queens of Ireland. The collection was commissioned in 1643 by King John IV of Ireland, who ruled during the Stuart period. The Crown Jewels of Ireland included a number of items, such as a crown, a scepter, a sword, and an orb, all of which were adorned with precious gemstones, such as diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. The jewels were kept in Dublin Castle, the seat of the British administration in Ireland. In 1907, the Crown Jewels of Ireland were stolen from Dublin Castle in a daring heist that remains unsolved to this day. The theft was discovered the next day, and a massive investigation was launched to recover the jewels, but no suspects were ever identified, and the jewels were never found. The theft of the Crown Jewels of Ireland was a major scandal that caused embarrassment to the British government and strained relations between Ireland and England. It is believed that the jewels may have been smuggled out of the country and sold on the black market, or melted down for their precious metals and gemstones. Despite the loss of the Crown Jewels of Ireland, the country's rich cultural heritage and history continue to inspire and captivate people around the world. The story of the Crown Jewels serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving and protecting our cultural treasures for future generations to enjoy. Conclusion. These are just a few examples of the many ancient artifacts that have disappeared over the course of history. While we may never know what happened to them, they continue to inspire our imaginations and remind us of the mysteries that surround us.